Tell him O shot you. Shot you.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. If y'all are in the building and y'all can hear me, please drop a 1 in the chat. Please drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly out there. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly out there. Please drop a 1 in the chat. Y'all hear me? Okay. I'm glad you guys can hear me. And of course, we are back right here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross, of course. I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everyone that's in the building. Welcome back. Welcome back to everyone who tuned into earlier show. As promised, we will continue with part 2 today. But before we get into part 2, let's shout everyone out. Let's see who's in the building. Let's shout everyone out. Let's see who's in the building, and then we're going to get into it. Okay? So shout out to everyone, man. Hey, New York Nikki, how you doing? Shout out to New York Nikki in the building. Thank you for sharing that playlist, New York Nikki. I appreciate you. Always coming through and holding it down. Salute to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Mark in the building. What up, Mark? Peace to you, bro. Shout out to Miss Classy Creole in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Miss Classy Creole, one of my lovely lady mods. One of my day one mods, too. One of my day one mods. Shout out to you, sis. I hope all is well with you, and I appreciate everything that you do. Shout out to Miss Classy Creole in the building. Shout out to the cynical one in the building. Hey, cynical. What's going on with you? Another one of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. Thank you so much, cynical. Salute to you. What up, Astral? What's good, Astral? What's going on, fam? Shout out to City Boy in the building. What's good? Shout out to my man Bob. What up, Bob? Salute. Hey, Miss L'Oreal. Shout out to Miss L'Oreal on the pull-up. The lovely lady mods are in the building today. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Shout out to you, Miss L'Oreal. Hope all is with you. Hope all is well with you. I appreciate you always coming through and holding it down. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Shout out to my man Self University in the building. What up, Self University? What's good, fam? L'Oreal says, what happened this morning? Nothing specific, nothing in particular. Wasn't nothing. But you know, things happen on the stream. You know how things go sometimes. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Sutton, in the building. What's good, bro? Shout out to my brother, Mr. Sutton, in the building. What's up, Jasmine Virgo? How you doing, Jasmine? Oh, your seasonal allergies acting up? Cynical? I've been sneezing a lot too lately. King James, what's up, King James? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Double tap y'all screens. If y'all haven't yet, if you're here through the vertical feed, double tap y'all screens, man. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. The future of America. Trump's bold vision explained. Trump's bold vision explained. So on today's show, we're basically going to give y'all a rundown of what's been going on. What has been going on in the Trump administration. A lot of people are afraid about what they think is going on, but we're going to talk about what's actually going on because there's a lot going on. Whether y'all know it or not, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot we need to understand. You know, it makes no sense for us to run around in our own country scared about what might happen. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen, but it's our job to try our best to be prepared for it. You know? So this is what we're going to talk about today. So y'all give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up some more of these articles, and then we're going to get into it. And the first thing we're going to do, Classic Creole says something big is coming on April 2nd with Trump. The first thing we're going to talk about, right, is we're going to talk about DOGE, because a lot of y'all are afraid of Elon Musk and, you know, this rich billionaire guy and what he's actually going to do. And let's see what DOGE is doing and has done. And what's the purpose of DOGE, right? But if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you double tap y'all screens. Double tap y'all screens. Hit the like button. Salute the cuz I want to pull up. Salute the Hills in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Let's see what DOGE is all about, right? Let's play this short video real quick.
Are coming out from DOGE. Apparently this time it's the U.S. Treasury Department, who has more waste and abuse of taxpayer funds than so far anything else that they've looked at. 23%. And it appears that there are people receiving entitlements to the tune of $50 billion with a B dollars a year that have no known social security number or ID on file. 50 billion, that's $1 billion a week in fraud and abuse. But not only is $1 billion a week going to unknown sources with no social security numbers and no valid ID, in addition to that, apparently the Treasury Department doesn't keep itemized records of their payouts. So there's no way to follow up and check as to where the money is going. So as of right now, the Treasury Department and Elon Musk DOGE has agreed that going forward, the Treasury Department will now itemize all of the payments that they make, like where the money's going, to what entities, to whom. It is shocking to me, and it should be shocking to every taxpayer, that our own Treasury Department has no accountability and keeps no formal records of where they're paying and what they're paying. We could not get away with that at home with our own budgets. And could you imagine if the IRS came into our houses and said, well, I want to see itemized list of all these things that you pay, and we didn't have it? They would say, well, we're just going to assume that you did X, Y, Z, and we're just going to slap what we think you owe. But there's no accountability on their end. This is absolute insanity. So more coming.
So, right, here's what we just found out. And this is why I agree with DOGE. And this is one of the main reasons, and I'm going to say this again because I said it before, on why I agree with what's going on in the Trump administration, is because what Trump and his administration is doing and has done, they have opened the books of America. And what we're finding out is we've been dealing with a lot of waste, government waste. The waste that has been piled up in this country is literally in the government. The system is messed up because of the people who are in certain places who are keeping the system messed up. So what I'm trying to understand is if these people were so dirty and filthy, why they didn't just keep the dirty and filthy people in charge? What would be the reason for them removing all of these people, right, and rearranging the system the way that they're doing it? If they're not trying to fix some of the problem. The best way to get rid of government waste is to begin to what? Shrink the government. And this is what DOGE and Elon Musk is all about. This is what DOGE is all about. This is why they're called the Department of Government Efficiency. Of government efficiency. You see? So this agency is responsible for the government doing what they're supposed to do in an efficient manner, so the government is ran correctly for the people of this country. That's what DOGE is about, y'all. That's what it's about. What up, the tribe? Shout out to the tribe. The government allowed labor to be outsourced to foreign countries. Now they monopolize employment. Shout out to the tribe. So this is what DOGE is all about. They are they are what? Responsible for government efficiency. And in order to create a level of efficiency, we first have to get to a level of stability. So what they're doing right now is they're shrinking down the employees in the government because it's too much people. They're paying too much people to do too many jobs that other agencies can handle. Why does this agency exist when we can just move the moving parts of that agency and add it to another agency? Get rid of all of those people, keep a couple of them, and have them working in this agency dealing with that work. This is all they're doing, y'all. This is what they're doing. This is why they got rid of the Department of Education, because the Department of Education not only had a lot of employees there, but it was a lot of wasteful spending there. There was a lot of people who were there who didn't care about the well-being of our children. See, what Donald Trump is exposing to us Americans is that race wasn't the problem. You know what the problem was? The government. We could blame the government for all of this stuff, for playing all of these games on the people, for running hustles on people. It's the government, y'all. This is the government. And Trump is going to punish all of those people. This is why people losing their jobs. This is why y'all heard me say, when Trump first came back, I said, playtime's over. The party is over. Now it's time for America to get back to where they used to be, where America was a safe place for families, where America was affordable for families. You see? And this is what the Department of Government Efficiency is all about. They're here to make sure things are running on an efficient level. Does that mean we as citizens supposed to like every decision that they make? No. Does that mean that every decision that they make is going to be good for us? No. I don't know what world y'all think y'all in, but in no country do the people love every damn decision that the government makes. We just have to start thinking in a real way. You see, we just have to start thinking in a real way. You see, but a lot of us, we're afraid to think that way. And I understand why we're afraid to think that way. We're afraid to think that way because we're afraid that if we don't think the way we used to think, right, then some way, somehow, we'll lose everything that we have. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. But I'm here to tell y'all, we in a new world, y'all. We in a new world. Whether y'all believe this or not, we're here. This is where we're at. And this is what we're doing today. We're covering Trump's bold vision for the future of America. because his administration, they have work. They working. They're working. Look at this, y'all. Trump administration throws hundreds of affordable housing projects into limbo after contract cuts. After contract cuts. New York Nikki says where automobiles came from. Here, more jobs coming. Section 8 qualificants can go and apply and earn their benefits, pay taxes like the rest of us. Exactly. Exactly. The problem, see, you know what it is? You know that I'm glad you said that, New York Nikki, because you know what that made me think about? That made me think about a lot of people are complaining about this Trump administration because they're focused on if these entitlement programs and these handouts will still be available to them. I'm going to just be honest. And this doesn't have anything to do with race or anything. You have a lot of people who has been living on these entitlement programs for a long time. And they think that these programs are the programs that they're supposed to live on for the rest of their lives. See, what a lot of y'all don't understand is that initially these entitlement programs were designed to help people, American citizens, no matter what race you are. It is supposed to help you. This is why it's called assistance. Government assistance. It is to assist you. It's not supposed to build you. You're not supposed to be trying to live off of assistance for the rest of your life. That's why it's called assistance. A lot of y'all think, or a lot of y'all are upset because y'all think y'all little form of assistance will not be around anymore because you've become dependent on the assistance. You're not using the assistance to assist you. The assistance has become a crutch. So now I'm not going to go out and work more. I'm going to work less. I'm not going to go back to school. I'm going to stay home and collect my assistance. I don't want to work too much because they might take away my assistance. Men and women, you're not supposed to be living off of assistance. At some point, right, you should be able to give the assistance back and say, thank you for the assistance. I'm okay now. You see? See, a lot of y'all have put all of y'all balls in one bucket. And y'all start planning out your life like, yeah, I'm going to do this, and then I could just live off this, and then I could just chill. It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. I'm sorry to tell y'all this. This is why I'm saying, as Americans, man, we really have to begin to think differently. Because we expecting things to change. I mean, stay the same and not change. Do you actually think that this world or society is supposed to be the same from 30, 40 years ago? You see? So let's get back into this article and let's read. It says the Trump administration has stalled at least $60 million in funding intended largely for affordable housing developments worldwide, throwing hundreds of projects into precarious limbo, according to information and documents obtained by the Associated Press. The move is part of a flurry of funding freezes, staffing cuts, and contract cancellations by the Trump administration at the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, changes that have instilled widespread uncertainty in the affordable housing industry. The sum $60 million is intended to go to a small community development, nonprofits, and small grants. The money is often used as seed funding for affordable housing projects, turning a concept into a viable development and consequently drawing in more public and private investment. Congress chose 3 nonprofits to distribute the grants, but HUD said in letters that it was canceling contracts with 2 or more of the organizations, which together were to distribute the $60 million. That's pushed millions in funding already promised to small nonprofits or yet to be awarded into the twilight zone. Many of those organizations have already committed to pay workers such as HVAC technicians, local contractors, home ownership counselors, says Sean Donovan, CEO of Enterprise Community Partners, one of the 2 groups whose contract work was canceled. They have to stop that work immediately. That will cost local jobs, hobble the creation of the affordable homes, and stall opportunity in hundreds of communities. A spokesperson for HUD said the program, called Section 4, will continue and is not being cut, but that the department is consolidating some grants while others remain. It remains unclear how or when the funding will arrive to the small nonprofits, which has thrown their work into disarray. Not knowing for me means we assume that the money is not coming, and that means that I have to pivot, said Jonathan Green, executive director of a nonprofit in Mississippi that's building a 36-unit affordable housing development in Biloxi. If I said that right. Green said about $20,000 in grant, $20,000 in grant dollars are now in limbo. Money that was meant to pay for an environmental review that could cost upwards of $10,000 in licenses and permits. That threatens discussions Green is having with potential partners and investors who want to see all the upfront work done first. My fear is that if the project stops altogether, we may never get it started again. The department is supposed to be in East Biloxi, where lots still remain empty after Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Before an ounce of dirt has been moved on the project, Green's organization has received enough calls from people eager to become tenants that they've started a waiting list. Hope y'all following. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. That's the position hundreds of other small profits have found themselves in, with not just their grant funds in question, but investments on the line. For every dollar in grants dispersed by enterprise community partners, the local nonprofits leverage another $95 in other capital, CEO Donovan said. Congress gave the national nonprofits the job of administering the grants, fielding and assessing hundreds of applications so that the government doesn't have to, Donovan said. In one of the contract termination letters obtained by the AP, HUD said the contracts were canceled at the direction of the Department of Government Efficiency. It said the group's operations were not in compliance with Trump's executive order targeting DEI initiatives. The letter also allows the organizations to appeal the termination. The Local Initiative Support Corporation is the other group whose contract was canceled. Without access to this seed capital, housing projects for hardworking families will stall, worsening shortages and pushing distressed neighbors into overcrowded conditions or homelessness, it said in a statement. Habitat for Humanity International is the third nonprofit dispersing the grants. The organization has responded to repeated requests for comment or said if their contract was canceled, has not responded. BDAN is a corps member for the Associated Press / Report for America State House News Initiative. Report for America is a non-profit national service program that places journalists in local newsrooms to report on uncovered issues. So that's the article, y'all. So y'all, if y'all want to know why these housing contracts are being canceled, what's up, King Rooster? What's good? Right? If y'all want to know why a lot of these housing contracts are being canceled and why a lot of contracts are being canceled, is because they are not complying with the DEI initiative that Trump told y'all to get rid of. You have a lot of people who are not doing things the correct way. This is why DOGE is shutting you down. If we find out that you didn't get rid of that DEI stuff, you won't get any funding. See, remember, we did a show about this. Trump already said this. If you do not get rid of that DEI stuff, he warned schools, he warned everybody. If you don't get that stuff out of there, you will not receive federal funding. You will not be able to operate. Trump already said this. But you got a lot of these places who think that they don't have to do it. See, they still think they're dealing with the Biden administration. Oh, we're going to do what we want. Oh, we're going to act like we're going to comply, but we really not. This is why they're called the Department of Government Efficiency. Go look up the word efficiency. You see? A lot of y'all are not reading these articles to really understand what's going on. What up, Cartel? Salute. A lot of y'all are not reading these articles and reading this stuff to see what's going on. Y'all are just seeing news clips and getting caught up in your emotions. You see? Anybody that's still trying to run that DEI Biden administration play, you will be shut down expeditiously. Trump already told y'all about this. If you're trying to run the Joe Biden play, we're going to shut you down. If you're running around here with this DEI stuff, we're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down. Okay? He already made this clear. I don't know why y'all keep playing. What's up, Ron Hawk? Yeah, they keep playing. They keep playing, L'Oreal. What's up, Spartacus? Kevin Jones says they better not teach about Black history and oppression. LOL, you want that coin, you better get in line for massa. You see? This is what a lot of y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand what's going on because y'all not reading what's going on. Y'all not reading about what's going on. So let's get to the next thing. Right? Let's get back to the next thing. Also, right now, Trump and his administration are on a full attack when it comes to crime in this country. Trump and his administration is not going to allow criminals and criminality to run the country. That's scamming, fraud, drug dealing, gun running, gun smuggling, gang activity, robbery. This Trump administration is on a full attack on criminality in America. Full attack. Shout out to my man Shots in the building. What up, Shots? Salute. Full attack. And I'm going to show you who's leading this attack. Who's leading this attack? His name is Kash Patel. We spoke about him the other day. His name is Kash Patel, the new director of the FBI. His name is Kash Patel. Okay? So here we go. This article is from Newsweek. FBI Director Kash Patel has discussed his agency's top priorities in his first TV interview after being confirmed to lead the FBI. Okay? Patel's intention to move FBI agents into the field to keep Americans safe comes at a time when the FBI has just reduced its domestic terrorism surveillance workforce and stopped using a tool that aids in their counterterrorism work, according to Reuters. This seems at odds with the Trump administration's treatment of drug cartels as terrorist organizations. Also, any move of agents into the field will incur additional cost at a time when the administration is cutting costs and regional federal offices. What to know? Patel said the U.S. has experienced a violent crime explosion. We all know this because crime went up during what? The C-19 epidemic. Crime went up. Look what he says. Patel said the U.S. has experienced a violent crime explosion over the past 4 to 5 years. Sounds familiar, right? And that the only way to keep people safe is by a proper show of force in towns across the country from the FBI. So they're not playing. They're not playing. They want to let the citizens of America know that they're safe, that their children are safe. And they're going to show force. They're going to show force. He did not provide more detail as to when or how he would move agents into the field, nor did he explain what people in D.C. office do, which may be different yet complementary to the field investigators. Patel told Gowdy about a third of FBI agents work in D.C. About a third of crime in America does not happen in the city. He said he wants the FBI focuses to be sex trafficking. Listen to what the FBI and the Trump administration is enforcing, y'all. These are the updates. He said he wants the FBI focuses to be on X trafficking, fentanyl, and heroin overdoses, and violent crimes in the form of gang murders. What we've been talking about. Mo 3, Yella Beezy, Trap Boy Freddy, Say So P, Sauce Walker, GS Lil Ronnie. These are what? Gang murders and homicides. These are gang murders and homicides. Big U. Diddy. Sex trafficking. Diddy. The R word. Diddy. Keefe D. Gang murders. Big U. Gang murders. Y'all not paying attention? Oh, y'all just think this is a hip-hop thing. No, it's bigger than that. Gang murders. These are gang members. Yella Beezy's a gang member. These are gang members, y'all. Let's read that again. He said he wants the FBI to focus on X trafficking, fentanyl, and heroin overdoses, and violent crimes in the form of gang murders and homicides and grapes. He also accused illegal aliens of being at the intersection of violent crimes, cartels. Everybody can know the plug. I got a plug, the plug. I got a plug. Patel told Gowdy, whom Patel referred to as a great mentor and friend, that he has been radio silent in the past month to the media because he has been laser focused on restoring law enforcement and the credibility and the trust in the American people. Look at this. Let's highlight this. This is why you don't hear Cash Patel talking all the time, because he's laser focused on restoring law enforcement and the credibility and trust in the American people. So, you know all the stuff we say about the police, how the police are dirty, how we can't trust the police, how a lot of us are afraid to call the police because a lot of times when we call the police, we end up in jail. We call the police for help, then we end up in jail. So Cash Patel is focusing on changing that. He wants the American people to feel safe calling the police because he understands that they've been lacking credibility. See, this is one thing that I love about the Trump administration. They understand the people. They understand what the American people has been complaining about for years. We don't feel safe in our own country. We get harassed by the police. The police don't treat us like we citizens. The police don't respect us. This is the stuff we've been complaining about. Police kicking in the wrong house, unaliving the wrong people, locking the wrong people up. See, the Trump administration understands that we, the American people, have been going through this. And their focus is changing that. See, listen, y'all, this is what a government is supposed to do. This is the job of the government. The job of the government is to ensure that the police are doing a job correctly. Nobody should be running around afraid to call the police. I should not feel afraid because the police are around and I'm a big old black man. I should not be afraid of the police because of police brutality, because of racial profiling and racial stereotyping. You see? See, the Trump administration, they understand this. This is why Kash Patel just said what he said here in the article, where he said his laser focus is on restoring law enforcement and the credibility and trust in the American people. See, they understand we don't trust the government. We don't even trust the goddamn police officers. They understand this. See, every other administration didn't care about those things. They didn't care about those things. They didn't care about what the people said was a problem for them. They told us what our problem was. Because we never had a problem with gay people. We never had a problem with trans people. Y'all created that and made that an issue. Instead of changing the mindsets of the people and the police. You see that? Y'all was running. See, the last couple of administrations was sitting around worried about all the wrong shit. Because as a government of a country, your first duty is to the people of that country. That is your duty. That is your duty as a government official or even as a government employee. Your mission is to do your job as efficient as possible because you understand that you're not just working for you to go and pay your bills, but you're working so society can be ran a certain way. You see? And this is what people are not focused on. How things are actually being ran, how things are going. This is what the Trump administration is focused on. How the system is being ran and how do the people interact with the system. And if we're going to clean up all the crime, then we also have to clean up the police departments. Because if we're going to make the public safe, then the public safety officers, the police officers, need to be welcoming. They need to be respectful. You see? They understand this stuff. And it's supposed to be like that across the board. See, it's not supposed to have good cops or upstanding officers in rich communities only. Why they always got the good cops? Why they always have the respectful cops? Why the most disrespectful, violent police officers are sent to low-income neighborhoods? Why they think that they don't have to respect people who make less money than them? See, the Trump administration is shaking all of that up. Because see, now these people gonna have progress reports. They're not going to be able to just run around and do whatever they want to do, and then the paperwork get lost somewhere in the system. And you still got these dirty cops running around. See, them days are over, y'all, whether y'all believe it or not. Those days are over. Those days are over. What up, Joe? Starting with the NYPD. Facts. And the LAPD. Facts. Facts. So when we talking about the future of America, this is the stuff that they got going on. You see? So let's get to this next article, because a lot of y'all think that somehow we're still going to be living in the same country, and we're not. We're not. What's up, Carbon Copy? How you been? It's been a minute. Shout out to Carbon Copy. Happy New Year, Carbon Copy. And I think it's time for us as American people to just get prepared for it. Get prepared for this stuff. Okay? Because things are getting ready to change. They're already changing. You see? And I'm here to tell you as well that a lot of this stuff that's changing is going to be to your benefit. These things that Trump and the Trump administration is doing will be to your benefit if you choose to live a certain way. If you choose to live a certain way. See, if you don't want a government that's involved in wasteful spending, then if the government is going to run efficiently and the government is going to cut spending and wasteful spending, that's what the people are going to have to do. See, we get these next couple of years, these next 4 years are going to be very paramount, because you're going to see a lot of things change. Because Trump is restoring a certain value system in the American people. Partying and BSing is over. See, that will no longer be at the top of your wish list when it comes to doing things in life. Because the environment will not match that. You see? That's the Democratic lifestyle. That's not the lifestyle of people who are actually about something. You see? It's nothing wrong with having a good time. We all need free time and good time to chill and to relax. But you can do that with some tact. You can do that with some class. You don't got to be walking around the street naked to have fun. You don't have to walk around the goddamn street drunk and high to have fun. And see, a lot of Americans have a problem with this. Why you got to be drunk to have fun? You got to be drunk? Do you have to be drunk? Do you have to pop a pill to have fun, to enjoy yourself, to express yourself? Do we have to do this stuff? Fellas, I'm talking to the men now. Every time you go out, do you got to go have sex with somebody other than your goddamn wife? Why every time you go out and you have a little drink, you get horny and now you want to cheat on your wife? Think about this. There's some men that can't go nowhere without them trying to take somebody's woman home. We can't go nowhere. See, this the type of shit that we're going to have to remove from our life. This is why I don't go out. Because I'm in a relationship. I'm trying to be married. So I don't have time to be out in a bar having drinks. And you know, that's not my vibe. That's not what I'm on. I'm not trying to be in no female's face. I got more important shit to worry about. You see? And this is what's upsetting the people. This is what's upsetting the people. Because that reckless, carefree, libertarian life is over. And if you do it, it will be consequences for it. Now you got to have some order in your life. Now you have to do shit that's actually of meaning and of purpose. This is why a lot of these people are mad at the Trump administration. Because the environment is getting ready to start telling us, stay your ass at home with your kids. Stay your ass at home with your kids. Fellas, I'm talking to the men. Learn how to take your ass home. Stop running the streets. Learn how to go home. Nigga, yeah, you got a curfew. Yeah. Put yourself on a curfew, fellas. What you running out in the street for? What you staying out in the street for? There's nothing in the streets. This is what I learned. This is what I used to hear when I was young. After a certain time in the streets, the only thing is open is legs and the liquor store. So, fellas, you shouldn't be on the streets at that time. We know after a certain time in the street, only thing open is the liquor store and somebody's legs. This when you supposed to be in the house, Negro. You supposed to be in the house. All this, oh, I come home when I want. Yeah, you might come home in a body bag, fool. See all that dumb shit y'all like to say? Them days are over, man. We got to start looking at things in reality. All that running the street shit, you might not make it home. How about that? How about that? Oh, I come home when I want. You might not come home, stupid. You ever thought about that? That you might not come home? You out in the street 2, 3 in the morning at 50 years old? You look stupid. You outside 2, 3 in the morning, you 50-something years old. What the hell you doing in the street at 2, 3 in the morning at 50? You trying to get killed. That's what you trying to do because the demons is out. The demons is out. Your ass supposed to be in the house, sleep. Or having a good midnight session. I don't need to explain that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. At 3 in the morning, you supposed to be asleep or wrapping up you and your wife's midnight session. You outside. You trying to die. You see? Y'all don't want to think about that, fellas. Because you still act like you 16 years old. Yeah, I'm breaking day. Shut your goofy ass up. You're goofy. You breaking day at 50? We breaking day. Bro. You know how long ago you was 19, 18? You breaking day outside at 50? At 40? You ain't supposed to be doing that shit at 30. You ain't supposed to be outside breaking day at 30. At 30 years old, your ass supposed to be in the house because you got to go to work in the morning at 30, even at 30. You breaking day? You must don't have much to do. You breaking day. You must don't have much to think about. You breaking day outside. You still running around the street drunk, sloppy drunk. I love you, man. I love you. See, this is what they upset at, y'all. This is what they're upset about. This is why a lot of people are upset with Donald Trump. Because they know playtime's over. They know it. The strip club industry, that shit getting ready to die. You about to see all them strippers going back to school and trying to open up businesses. Watch, because that shit getting ready to die. Because nobody gonna be in a strip club. Because strip clubs will be null and void. We don't care about no strip clubs. We saving up our money so we could take our children on vacations. I'm back with my family. Hey, to all the side chicks out there, you professional side chicks, you're gonna start hearing this from your little boyfriends. I'm back with my family. To all you professional side chicks who like sleeping with women's husbands, he getting ready to tell you, hey, don't call this phone no more. I'm going back home. I'm going back home. And then he gonna play Jaheim. You better put that woman first. You gonna have men now putting that woman first. If it wasn't for the nice scratching out my hair lights, girl, I didn't remember. All-Star Weekend game, girl, I will remember. Y'all finished out here. That's why they mad, Ron Hot. Hey, Ron Hot. That's why they mad. That's why they mad. Niggas going back home. They putting their family first now. I'm going to be with my family. Don't call this phone no more. Hey, L'Oreal, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Classy Creole, I'm just being honest. Niggas getting ready. Hey, Mr. Sud, niggas going back home. They going back home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Cause Trump is around. Niggas going home. Ain't no more strip clubs. Niggas going home. All the escort sites getting ready to be empty. Cause niggas going back home. See, this is what y'all not seeing. Under all of this stuff, this is what Trump is bringing back. He's bringing back the nuclear family unit. Because that is what the old America was built on. That's what made America a great country and made other people want to come here. Because this country was about family. Why do you think we respect our soldiers so much? Because they go and fight, and then when they're able to come back home, if they come back home in one piece, this is why they're celebrated and they're honored. This is why military people are respected and honored in families. You see? You see? Y'all got to understand this. Hey, Miss Camille, good to see you, love. Good to see you. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Always coming through and holding it down. Thank you so much. Shout out to the lovely lady mods in here today. You see? This is why people are upset with what Trump is doing. Ain't no more drug dealing, ain't no more hustling. So you men out there, stop telling your sons that they're gonna grow up and be hustlers. Because there ain't gonna be no hustlers around. See, it's time to kill all these narratives and this big illusion about who we think we are. We're not hustlers. You know who make hustlers? You know what type of environment make hustlers? Poverty. Poverty made you a hustler. If you didn't have to grow up in poverty, you wouldn't have never said you was a hustler, nigga. Now you think it's cute. See, we turned shit into sugar. That's why people love black folk. Especially black Americans. Especially black Americans. Because we have turned a shit show into a parade. Just go and check out the gay parade in New York City. I shouldn't have said that, right? I shouldn't have said that, man. My bad. I shouldn't have said that. But this is why people love black Americans. Because we know how to take shit and make donuts. You see? So we start being proud. I'm a project baby. I'm a mud baby. We start taking pride in being poor. That's not the American way. That's not the American way. Hills in said, last time I broke in day, I was working a night shift. Exactly, cuzzo. Exactly. Exactly. You see? That's not the American way. I'm a project baby. I'm a mud baby. I'm from the trenches. That's something to be proud of. What if, let me ask Black Americans something. What if we never had poverty to identify with? See, this is how I'm looking at things, y'all. Will my grandson or my granddaughter identify with poverty as their narrative in life? Not because they live there, but because it's been socially acceptable for Black folk, for Black Americans. Do you know we have a whole generation of spoiled kids talking about they from the trenches? You had every goddamn pair of Jordan that came out. You from the trenches. You had every iPhone. What we on, iPhone 15? I don't know. I'm broke. I use Androids. What we on, iPhone 15? And you got niggas who had every iPhone talking about, I'm from the trenches. I came from nothing. What? Nigga, do you know an iPhone is people rent? Do you know that? You know an iPhone is people's rent, $1,500. And you, I'm from the mud. You had every PlayStation. What are you talking about? This is why we have to kill this narrative amongst Black Americans. This shit gotta die. Because we have generations of kids who grew up spoiled and who still run around talking about they grew up from the mud. They from the mud. They had to get it from the mud, making up shit because we still want to identify with it. Because we still let bozo sell out niggas like Jay-Z. It's a hard knock life for us. See, we still letting these fake hip-hop niggas tell us we from the mud. We from the school of the hard knocks. We better not let outsiders violate our blocks. These lying-ass niggas. Now some of us got grandkids running around talking about, yeah, I'm a mud baby. No, you not. You a church kid. What you talking about? You grew up in a church pew. Talking about you from the mud. No, you from First AME Baptist Church, nigga. This is the shit. See, this is the shit Black folk won't get away from. This dumb nigga shit that we think is fly and cute. And our babies are out here dying because they believe in a lie. These kids talking about they from something they not from. Yo mama was from the projects and she never had a chance to get out. That's why you was born here. Your mama went to work every goddamn day. You ain't no project baby. You just live in the projects, little nigga. Take your ass to school and get good grades. While your parents keep doing what they need to do to get your ass out of the projects. Because your mama's only in the projects because she need government assistance. We ain't gonna be here forever, so you ain't gonna be running around here talking about, I'm a project baby. I slap my son head off. I hear him talking about, Daddy, I'm from the mud. Are you talking about the mud in the backyard that you was playing in yesterday? What you talking about, son? What mud? You talking about the mud in the backyard? By the water hose? That mud? Because you don't come from where Daddy from. And me and your mama made sure that you ain't from where Daddy from. So what mud you talking about, son? What mud? What mud you talking about? What mud he talking about, Classy Creole? What mud? See, that's what I do to my boy. I question him real quick. What mud? What mud, son? You talking about the mud in the backyard? You talking about that? Because you ain't from no struggle, son. What you talking about? What do you mean, Ron Hawk? What do you mean? Daddy, I'm from the mud. See, this is why y'all don't want to accept the Trump administration, man. Y'all still want to be from the mud. Shout out to Carbon Copy. Appreciate the $10 super sticker. Shout out to you, Carbon Copy. Much love. I appreciate the pull up. Good to see you. New York Nikki says generational laziness. That's the problem. Yep. And the lack of vision. See, you know what creates that generational laziness, New York Nikki, baby? There's no visionaries. This is why y'all are called the visionaries. Especially the men. You'll have a generational generations of laziness because there's no vision for the family. You got men out here creating families with no vision for their family. Nigga, you gonna have to pay bills whether you have a job or whether you own a business. We talking about a vision for your family. We're talking about a path you can put your children on so they can become something. This is why I tell y'all it's more to parenting than just putting clothes on their back, paying the bills, and making sure food in the house. That's maintenance. You got to raise your child so your child want to grow up and want to be something in life. And this is what the Trump administration is going to force the American people to do. So I know I cracked a joke earlier, but a lot of niggas is going back home. What they say, Classy Creole, is cheaper to keep her. Niggas going back home. It's been expensive niggas running around here tricking, being single. It's expensive to be a side nigga. I know. I was king side nigga. And at one point I was proud of that shit. until one day I woke up feeling like y'all side chicks. I woke up feeling used and abused. What Angie Stone said? Used and abused. I was feeling, hey Roxy, I was feeling used and abused. I start feeling used and abused. King side nigga. Hey, Joe, I start feeling used and abused. See, you got these niggas in the manosphere who afraid to admit that. I felt used and abused as a side nigga. That's how I felt. After a while, niggas feel used up, man. Like, damn, I'm sitting here pumping all this energy into this dead situation. Figuratively and literally. I'm sitting here pumping all this life into this dead situation. I might as well go get my own woman and encourage my own woman and motivate my own woman and pump life into my own woman instead of somebody else's. Because she still ain't mine. She ain't never mine. So a lot of dudes are going to stop being the side nigga. Hey, L'Oreal, you know I got to keep it real. You know I got to keep it real. Come on. Come on. Running Warrior says it's costing them more than money. Ooh. Ooh. That's a fact, Running Warrior, because it's costing men their sanity. So it's definitely costing men more than their money. It's costing men their sanity. Because, see, for a lot of men, I can't speak for all men, but I can speak for me and the men that I know and men that have come to me and expressed certain shit to me. It hurts men to not be around their children and be around as a family unit. That hurts a lot of us men. See, whether y'all women want to believe this shit or not, it does. Whether y'all women want to believe it or not, a lot of us men want to be married. We want to come home to a family every night, whether y'all want to believe this or not. And I know it's hard for y'all to believe this because dudes show the opposite. I'm not going to sit here and discredit anything y'all say because I'm not stupid, right? I know. Okay? So I understand. Trust me, I do. So I'm not trying to discount what y'all go through. But I'm telling y'all, if y'all, ladies, if you get a call from your baby father and the conversation go like, it start like this. Hey, how you doing? You got time to talk? That nigga want to come home. Ladies, that nigga want to come home. He ready to come home. Hey, fellas, let's stop capping. When you do this, how you feel? That's that guilt, nigga. That's that guilt. You know when we be like this? How was your day? Nigga be talking extra mellow. How you been? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I miss you too. I do. See, I know how to talk like this because that was me. Y'all niggas like to pretend like that was me on the phone. Like this is me, y'all. Yeah. So I guess you don't feel like talking right now because you don't have much to say. You called me, right? You called me, so I thought you had something to say. If you got something to say it. I just called to see how you been, because we haven't talked in a while, and the last time we talked, So I was just calling to see how you was. I ain't even think you was gonna pick up the phone. hey, fellas, tell me that's not us. I ain't even think you was gonna pick up the phone. I ain't even think you was gonna pick up the phone. Shout out to Joe Dub, man. Salute, Joe. Appreciate that, OG. Appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate the 50 spot, man. He says, feeling used and abused. You got to hit him with the Angie Stone. Used and abused. Talking extra Carmelo. You be talking like your name is Carmelo. Because Carmelo was an old smooth talking nigga. He an old smooth talking pretty boy nigga. 2623 says with Riz. No, hey, 2623. No Riz, bro. No Riz. You can't listen. When you trying to go back home, you cannot Riz the situation, bro. You can't. She's gonna know if you're trying to Riz her, and she might hang up on you. You gotta remember, when we in the doghouse, fellas, ain't no trying to be cute. You better be honest and direct as possible. Don't be trying to finesse, because that's when you may find out that nigga Big Mike is at the house. Listen, fellas, I'm telling y'all something for real, man. I'm telling y'all, don't be trying to raise the situation. Don't be trying to, finesse and try to sex your way back into the. Don't do none of that. Don't do that. Don't listen. It's 2025, fellas. You might get your feelings hurt, bro. Just be honest, straight up, and let her come around when she ready. Once we end up in the doghouse, don't be rizzing nothing, because you might find out that Big Mike is around. While you trying to riz. Yeah. yeah, 2623. Yeah. You better keep it real. Don't be trying to riz nothing. Tell the truth. Be straight up. And don't even think about the bedroom. Don't even think about that part. Don't even think about that part. Ron Hawk says, if Big Mike's there, it's truly unfortunate. Very unfortunate, sir. But to get back on the point, right? A lot of guys are going to start coming back home. And because the ladies find this shit funny when I go in on the fellas. Let's not forget y'all. Hey, big head. Or how about this, ladies? You miss me? Oh, you was thinking about me? Oh, that's so nice. You was thinking about me. Y'all gonna come back home too. You know, to all those dudes you did dirty? Yeah. You gonna try to spin the block. Because it's getting ready to be unpopular and uncool to be single and to be alone and to not to be connected to a family. See, that shit about to be outcasted. All that single mother shit will not be a flex anymore. Yeah, my son stay drippy because of his mother. That shit getting ready to be over. That shit getting ready to be over. People getting ready to start looking at y'all young women that ain't got no man. They getting ready to start looking at y'all as widows. What's wrong with you? Are you on psychotropic meds? Why can't you have a man? See, all that shit getting ready to fly out the window, y'all. Hot girl summer is over. What the niggas, you bozo niggas, what y'all was calling yourselves? The hot boys. Them days are over. Because all the hot boys and the hot girls got STDs. Come on now, let's tell the truth. Hey, Eva. Shout out to Eva Shoshana. Good to see you, Eva. Them days are over. Hot boy summer. Yeah, we know why you're hot, boy. That flaming hot Slim Jim you got. Huh, boy? We know why you're flaming hot. It's called gonorrhea. That's what it's called. We know why you celebrate hot boy summer. We know why. It's called chlamydia. We know why it's hot girl summer. All the girls that got BV celebrate hot girl summer. If you got BV, you celebrate hot girl summer. Real hot girl shit. Right. We know why you a hot girl. BV. BV. Hot STD. See, all that shit is over now. That's over with. That's over with. What up, FTC? That's over with. That's over. Now it's about family. It's about God, family, and community. This is where the Trump administration is bringing this country back to. God, family, community. God, family, community. That's what it's getting ready to be about. That's what it's getting ready to be about. Thank you, Ron Hawk. Morals. When you're dealing with God, you have to have what? A high morale. See, when God is first, you deal with morality. Am I saying you're perfect? No. But that's where morals come from. That's where principles come from. Morals, values, and principles come from the infrastructure that God created for us through his word. God, family, community. The extension of God is what? The family. The extension to the family is what? The community. And what is supposed to be at the head of the community? The church. See how it all go back to God? So it ain't gonna be no, throw your ass in a circle. See, that's not gonna be cool outside no more. Because these parents don't want to see their kids doing it. See? All that shit it's about to not be cute no more. It's about to not be a flex. Because you got a big fake booty. See, that's about to not be a flex. Because you got on a $60,000 chain. but your mama ain't got life insurance. See, all of this shit is about to not be a flex no more. And this is why people are against Trump in the Trump administration. Because the future of America is scary to the small-minded and the ignorant. Future of America is scary to them. Because they can't open up fake stores and sell drugs out of them no more. So they can't run around and sell poisonous packs to the community. This is why it's looking scary for some of them. Because all that scamming is over. Now you got to take your little young ass to work. Ain't no more punching in. Ain't no more profiles and getting that work. Them days is over. Now you got to go outside and work. Because they on all y'all scammers' asses. I hope y'all know they allocated 10 years for them to investigate all fake PPP applications. So just be prepared. Oh, yeah. The PPP sweep not over. The sweepstakes, it's not over. They gave the feds 10 years to come round all you thieves up. Mm-hmm. Remember when you drove that Maybach through the block? With your crab boils and your Amiris and your Zaza? We smoking gumbo. Remember that? Remember that? With all that fake business money? Remember that 100,000 you got? They coming to get you, papi. Hey, papi, papito. They coming to get you, papa. They coming to get you, papa. They coming for you. They coming to get you. Yeah, the federales, they're coming. Yeah, they're coming for you. They're coming for you. Where's your payroll? We gave you 200,000. Who works for you? And how much do you pay your employees a year? Open up your books or you're going to jail. Because Trump and his administration, as we heard that lady speak on a video when we first started the show, the Trump administration is itemizing every expense. They're itemizing it. See, what we found out was they wasn't keeping the correct paperwork. They wasn't filing where the money was going because it wasn't itemized. This is how we got billions of wasteful spending. We don't even know where it went. Now Trump and them is digging the stuff up, finding where the money went. And it's hard for them to track it because it's not itemized. Trump not playing. Not playing. Let me get that. Come on. Right. That's what Uncle Sam is saying. Facts. What up, Gemini? Salute. Fierce soul in the building. No more money for you. You lazy, papa. You lazy. Ha ha. You lazy, papa. You don't want to work. You think because you make $40,000 a year, you're less than a man. No, you're an honest, hardworking man in America, papa. This is what you're supposed to do, papi. You don't care about clothes. You're supposed to wear your clothes. You're not supposed to care about name brand, papa. You're supposed to work on your house. Name brand clothes don't matter, papa. Who cares if you drive a Porsche? Who cares if you drive a Porsche? And see, this is why I'm glad the PPP era happened. And I'm gonna tell y'all why it happened. For my young brothers, my young soldiers, like my brother Zuma Duma. Shout out to Zuma, man. To all my Gen Zs, and you know, they had a chance to experience or feel what it is to be rich. They know what that feeling is like, y'all. They know what it's like to ride in a Bentley, to ride in a Cullinan, to ride in a Lambo, to drive a Aston Martin, to drive a Tesla. These young boys was crashing Maseratis, crashing Beamers, crashing Bentleys, crashing Benzes. They know what that life is, to drink champagne for 3 years straight. They know what it is to wake up and piss champagne. To eat at Ruth Chris, to eat at Brooklyn Chop House. To go to different countries and travel. They had a chance to experience that, y'all. See, their 20s look a lot different from the millennial 20s. So they know they got a taste of that. That's a good thing. You know why? Because they should have got it out their system. Because now all of that foolery is out of the system. So they may not ever get a chance to experience that life again. You see? See, everybody get their time, y'all. Just like the millennials. The 2000s was our time. The early 2000s. That was our time. And what we was doing, running the street, all up and down 42nd Street, all through the tri-state area, out of town hustling. We did it. Wore Bape, Red Monkey. Right? Hold on, y'all. Okay, we back. We back. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everyone that's in the building, man. I appreciate everyone. Appreciate y'all, man. Double tap y'all screens, hit the like button. Double tap y'all screens, hit the like button. But they had their time, man. Shout out to my man Third Ward in the building. What up, Third? Salute. They had their time. You know, they was able to go on yachts and party, and you know, they had a whole 4 or 5 years of just doing what they do. Every era had their time. Every era. Every era had their time, y'all. But now we got a new administration. We got a new government in. And now it's time to stop playing. Yup, crown holder jeans. Facts. Gemini 605. What you know about that crown holder? That's a fact. Crown holder, artful dodger. You know, iceberg. You know, we had our time. Coogee sweaters. We had our time. We had our time, y'all. Just like they had theirs. Playtime's over now. Now America is getting back to American business. Let me repeat that. Now America is getting back to America's business. We don't care about what's going on in all these other countries. See, we have an administration that cares about the people that's on their soil. Because now we have an administration who understands that their responsibility is to us. Y'all do understand that, right? The government is responsible for us, for our well-being. That's why it's a government. Okay? So it just baffles me on how American people are so perplexed about a government who actually cares about them. But that's just the proof of us living in a corrupted country for so long. We've been living this way for so long that we don't know what it is to have a government that actually care about us. So now that we have an administration that actually does, we think that they don't. And we try to say everything about them not caring. But we didn't say shit about the Clinton administration, the Obama administration, the Biden administration, the Bush administration. Y'all love George Bush more than y'all love Donald Trump. This stuff baffles me, y'all. Y'all wasn't saying, oh, we're in trouble. Y'all wasn't saying this as much when we had George Bush Jr. in office. The worst of the Bushes. George Bush Jr. is the worst. The worst. We talking about Junior, the second. Prescott's son. Y'all got more negative stuff to say about Donald Trump than Bush. It's a Classy Creole. It's crazy to me. Y'all got more stuff to say about Donald Trump than Bill Clinton? Than Bill Clinton? But this is just the proof of how we've gotten so used to living in a corrupted society that now when we get an administration that want to make this country legit and clean, y'all got a problem with it. We got a problem with it. It's like we've gotten so used to filth and dirt and grime that we not used to a clean house. We ain't used to a clean house. We ain't used to a clean house, man. Shout out to Dice in the building. What up, Dice? Salute, family. Look what he did to New York. Man, listen, man. Man, these people destroyed this entire country, Dice. These administrations destroyed this country, man. What's up, Michael Voss? Michael Voss says probably responsible for 9/21 too. Oh, 9/11? I know what you mean. Running Warrior says Bill Clinton locked up more black men than any president in history. But they won't say that, Running Warrior. They won't say that. They'll talk about how racist Donald Trump is. Man, people see this is the problem with spinning narratives. See, people love to spin narratives to avoid the truth. That's why people love spinning narratives. That's why they like spinning narratives. They coming up on the internet spinning narratives about Trump every day. But we want to ignore that Bill Clinton locked up more black men than any president in history. Classy Creole says Bill smoked a little weed so he could relate to black folks. Let's talk about that. How they use symbolism to continue to galvanize the black vote. This is why y'all don't respect Trump and Trump being honest and telling the truth. Because y'all want symbolism. Hillary pulled some hot sauce out her goddamn purse. She got the whole black church up in an uproar. You know she got a little black in her. We gonna vote for you, Hillary. Symbolism. Like white folks don't eat hot sauce. You see what I'm talking about? Like white people don't put hot sauce on their chicken. Like that's a nigga thing. Only niggas do it. Where do niggas get their behavior from? Since y'all want to have this black argument all the time, where niggas get their behavior from? Niggas get their behavior from their oppressor, their slave master. If you want to be technical, niggas learn how to put chicken on hot sauce from the white man. Huh? I thought we was educated. We do know how to think, right? So if we still slaves, like you niggas like to say, then all the shit you do, you got from the white man. So why you got a problem with Donald Trump? How they get everything from us when they made the nigga? Stupid. Oh, they got that from black people. How? You was a slave. What'd they get from you? Everything we did was in response to them oppressing us. What you talking about? That's why we eat chitlins. The guts of the pig, because that's what they gave us to eat. Stupid. But you happy to take part in nigga shit. I'm a real nigga. You think that shit cool. All that shit came from off the plantation. Do you know that? You still think plantation behavior it should be for black folks here in America? Have you lost your mind? And then you same Negroes, then out your same mouth talk about Black Wall Street. Those was intelligent black folks. Those wasn't slave niggas. Those was intelligent black folks from Black Wall Street. We talking about the Black Panthers. We talking about intellectuals. We're not talking about dumb goon niggas from Fairfield Projects. We're not talking about a bunch of niggas from Melphamine Projects. These were intellectuals, fool. These were black intellectuals, the Black Panthers. Do you know Mutulu Shakur was an acupuncturist? He was an intellectual. Huey P. Newton was a genius. Fred Hampton was an intellectual. Afeni Shakur was an intellectual. Dummy. Oh, you think they were some oppressed niggas who went and grabbed some guns? See, you believe the TV. You believe the TV and what the TV told you the Black Panthers was. Fool. Did you know that Mutulu Shakur used to write Tupac letters from jail? He's the one who told Tupac to get away from Suge Knight. His stepfather, Mutulu, when Tupac was out in the street repping thug life. Come with me, Hail Mary. That's not Tupac. That's some industry nigga. And his stepfather used to write him letters home telling him that you're not a thug. You a Black Panther baby. You not a thug. You an intellectual. You stand on the forefront as a socio-political leader. This is what his stepfather used to write to Tupac in his letters. How do I know about this? I did a whole dissertation on Mutulu Shakur. Go and check out my Black History Month series. This is how Tupac got conscious, through his stepfather, who was an intellectual. He wasn't a gangster. See, what they tell us on TV is the Black Panthers were gangsters and rebels. No, they were intellectuals. Because remember, in slavery, it was a sin for you to be black and for you to read. This is why they called us radicals and rebels back then, because you had intellectuals who were black. It was a crime to read back in the day. That's why you were killed if you were caught with a book. So this is, y'all think when they named them rebels, you thinking about guns. You think about bank robberies. No, it's because they went and read a goddamn book. They went to universities. They went and sat down and got taught. That's why they were seen to be rebels, because nobody was doing that in their time. People was on the street selling dope, addicted to the dope. These people was up in the universities. But they tell us the story like they all was running around attacking people. So when you talk about the Black Panthers, you think it's some militant. Oh, militants. We gotta take up arms in the street. Stupid. Stupid. He made him change his perspective for the people. Exactly. Exactly, Dice. And this is why you people cannot see the future of America. This place will not be the same in the next 5 years, man. In the next 4 years, this place is going to look different. It's going to sound different. It's going to operate different. And we have to be prepared for this, y'all. We just have to be. You have a criminal for a president. What a shame. These people are nuts. These people are nuts. I'm not even going to respond to that guy. But shout out to everyone for pulling up, man. Salute to everyone. I'm glad y'all pulled up for part 2 as promised. Shout out to everyone. If you enjoyed today's show and you're new here, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you notify every time we drop some new content right here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to Carbon Copy and shout out to my man Joe Dub, man. Shout out to Chat Mafia. I appreciate that super chat, my brother. Shout out to anyone else who have financially supported, whether you hit the Cash App or whether you hit the Venmo. It's very much appreciated, man. Most importantly, I appreciate y'all being here, man. I appreciate y'all being here. So shout out to everyone. Hey, Dice, don't even pay him no attention, bro. Don't even pay him no attention. Shout out to everyone, man. Get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. Let me know what y'all think of today's show, man. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and make sure y'all set y'all bell notifications so y'all know when we dropping more content. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.